of downtown L.A. as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. On the Texans sideline, head coach DeMeco Ryan. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, Super Bowl winning coach Sean McVay, coach of the Rams since 2017.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from SoFi Stadium. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves. New season, new opportunity. I still do this at a high level. And you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, we're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. First down throw there is incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
The second down throw is incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success on third down.
He's trying to get with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. On the return, it's Covey. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return.
First and 10.
We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. To throw right away is Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Throw on third down, Stafford. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So here come the Texans, and Greg, this is a good run. Back-to-back division titles, back-to-back 10-7 seasons. Question now for this Texans franchise. What's the next step? How do they take the step to join the big teams in the AFC?
I'm with you, and I think after the promise of 2 years ago in C.J. Stroud, that great rookie season, DeMeco Ryans' year 1 as a head coach, even though they won the division, Mike, there was a bit of a regression. I think anybody who watched them, anyone who studied, said this wasn't exactly the Texans, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that we saw in year 1. So as that division continues to get better, they're not going to have the luxury of 6 games a year where they're the better roster. So they've got to improve. They've got a new-look offense with a new offensive coordinator. What impact does that have on the development of C.J. Stroud? As C.J. Stroud develops, as he goes, the rest of that locker room, the team, they're going to go right alongside him.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
It's second down.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon's pass. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard gain.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And that is incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it's going to be fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So, Greg, here come the Rams, and for a minute there in the offseason, maybe this would have looked very differently, but Matthew Stafford is back, Sean McVay is here, and I don't know about you, but when I see those two together, I get worried if I'm on the other side of the field.
And I'll tell you what, you think back just a couple years ago, they swing for the fences, Mike. They do the blockbuster trade to get Stafford from Detroit to L.A., it leads to a Super Bowl and then some tough times. They kind of fell into a little bit of a ditch trying to rebuild that roster that they mortgaged the future on. I think what really gets your attention the most, or as good as Cooper Kupp was, now he's gone, as good as Puka Nacua is, and the offense now kind of run through him, it's that defense, Mike. I mean, these young defenders they have on that side of the ball, they're fast, they play physical. I think it's now turned into a little more of a defensive-led team, which is hard to believe when you're talking about an offense led by Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay.
Coverage by
second and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They get the guard there, Kevin Dotson. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Here's Ethan Evans now. He's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And he'll get a few yards. On this return, up past the 15-yard line.
The Texans take over.
The Texans offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Okay.
From the gun, here's Stroud. This is Hunt. He got the connection to Collins. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down for Houston.
1st down, Houston.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
That one never got started. Defense is pressured too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
To the right side, and Kirk's got it. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Now a 1st down throw for Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. Very talented. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
A gain of 9.
3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
We'll try to run for it with Williams. And this is going to be a Rams 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Gain of 6.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
That's hauled in on the left by the blue. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Now a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's taken in by Higbee. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll go with Williams. room to run at the 35. And he will score! Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Josh McCarty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Houston offense is going to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 19.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Rams out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it. 2nd down and 2.
19.
Stroud going to get rid of this. Sedell. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set down. He picked up the 1st down.
1st down.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Thomas. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the 1st down mark. And then to pick up a 9. Is going to set up 2nd and 1.
At their 48-yard line.
Hold on.
To throw, it's Stroud. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Hold on.
They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A gain on the play. 1st down, Texans.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
That one is caught by Collins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a 1st down as well. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. He's got it! And he's in! Take down! Touchdown, Houston!
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. And that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will level things out at 7 apiece. For all time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. You just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6-11 at the bottom looking up. It's pretty remarkable. But to your point, like, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners. The Rams and Sean McVay, always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray, plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely. And just think even a couple years ago, it was even harder. Those teams were all competing for Super Bowls year in and year out. So it's a really good division. You have to be able to play really top-tier defense, to your point, because all 6 of those games, when you play all 3 of those division rivals, it feels different, it looks different, and if you're not good, they're going to score 30. So it's a big challenge. It's not a division for the weak of heart, and it's going to be fun to follow along and see who comes out on top.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Blue 60! What are you hot?
They fake the jet sweep and will hit it up the middle. Williams hit, and he loses the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. Greg, when you look at the AFC set, and remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Second down, it's Stafford. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for. And third down coming up.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
And that is incomplete. Rasul Douglas there to break that one up.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Hardy's kick is good, and the Rams will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Texans offense and receiver Tank Dell ready to go once more. So, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattled off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team, but Joe Burrow was the best player. He was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all this stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I am so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped him. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That's on the big man, Cam Robinson.
Still first down.
Here's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd second down. Here's Stroud. They're trying to work the screen with Mixon. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Now Stroud. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate offensive punting. It's fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. Give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Rams offense ready to take over once more. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. To the outside, it's brought in by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
A gain there of 27 yards.
First down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And that ball led in too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
It's second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Throwing again is Stafford. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Steve Avila, guilty that time.
Still second down.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. He'll complete it to Adams. And they'll at least get that penalty yards back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll set up a 3rd and 10.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
3rd down and 9.
Check. 180.
Again, it's Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. That's his third catch for this first half, and good enough for a first down. Now the Rams are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 17-yard line.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Stafford to throw again. To the goal line and in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. For Adams, it's career touchdown number 104. Third amongst active players, but his first as an LA Ram.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
On comes Joshua Carney for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams will get out in front 17-7.
Texans 7. Joshua Carney to kick.
They didn't
off
leave
for
much
the
time
Rams.
on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Here we go.
Dell, the motion man. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
One down at the 18-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day, the debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our look around the NFL starts now. In the Pacific Northwest, the Seahawks at home to take on their NFC West rivals, the 49ers. And this is the Niners defense making the big play. This a big play early in the ballgame. The Niners had a lot of roster turnover in the offseason, but they get the win in the season opener. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the man who made his first Pro Bowl a year ago, Trey McBride. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. A 55-yard touchdown. The Cardinals come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Carolina Panthers. And it's Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown from 20 yards away. The Jags get the victory. Congratulations to Liam Cohen, his first win as an NFL head coach. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Now an opening past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. There you see Sean McVay, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Rams. His team headed back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Stafford gets this one out quick to Nakua. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of the 12. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Rams.
They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Rams first down.
Set. 180.
On the give, it's Williams. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. In second and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 8.
Ready. Move 60.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
He was defended by...
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Throw it on third down, Stafford. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Joshua Carney to kick
Carney
off
back out following the made field goal. He'll kick this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. He's brought down by Kobe Turner. Here's second and 6.
Here we go.
On play action. Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of
17 yards on that connection. It's good for a Texans first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game. They're so far off to a good start. A bit of a quick quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
6. And the Texans first down.
On the quick, right?
We'll send a tight end in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. It is second and 6.
All right.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one underneath here to Mixon. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
Here we go. Let's go.
To throw is Stroud. He's got it at the 3. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Ball at the 3, second down, and goal.
18.
Dell, the motion man. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still second down.
We'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is second and goal. Stroud. Oh, they're running in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
Ready. Ready. 20 hot.
First down, Stafford. That one caught by Adams.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
At the 15-yard line.
They'll run it, the first carry of the game for Blake Corum. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it was set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He gets this complete, finding Adams. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one.
180.
Now a first down throw for Stafford. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway. Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. Stafford going to give it to Porras. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On play action, it's Stafford. There's a throw right side. It'll be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's hauled in on the left by McClure. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open up front.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, L.A. 2-yard line. To throw is Stafford. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. This one popped in the air and intercepted. He's inside the 30. You talk about the the opportune time, the defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans are back within 6. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Britton Covey now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a big play with Stafford and Nakua. It's a gain of 34.
First and 10 at the 30.
First down, it is Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
On the stop. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Texans' 42-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, it's Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. 10 catches now in the game. He's on his way early and often. That one for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard
1st and 10.
line.
Check. Blue 60.
Now Stafford. They try to set up a screen, but this one's doomed from the start. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A give, and here comes Williams.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be in. He's got it. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, L.A. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Brings the Rams to the line. They'll try to get 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Texans 14.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Joshua Carney.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Texans take
The Texans offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he is out of bounds. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Houston.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Nixon. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Second down throw for Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down.
Coming up 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
18.
Back to throw. Stroud. To the left side. Caught by Schultz. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And the Texans 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. This one complete to Jordan. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At the 18-yard line.
On play action. Stroud. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
18.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on the veteran, Trent Brown. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal.
Now, 18.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're...
And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Fourth down, and on comes Jaime Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's a handoff to Corey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Rams first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll stay on the ground with Corey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Still third down.
The penalty gets them back where they started, and it is third down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, Mike, sometimes we try to make NFL football a lot harder than it is. When you have a reliable target like this, and he just continues to get open, and you realize the defense simply can't cover him, there's no reason to look anywhere else. Not only has he put together a tremendous game statistically, but he's just been flat-out dominant.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal.
Blue 60. Ready, hot.
It is brought in the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is second touchdown now here in the season opener. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
Hardy now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Joshua Carney to kick
Both
off
teams
for the Rams.
ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before.
Oh, a loose football. And no turnover here. Once the Cards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Recovered by the offense.
On second down, Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gained just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Here we go.
Now, Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10.
First down, Texans.
To throw, it's Stroud. This one is caught by Kirk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Throwing on second down, Stroud.
At the 45-yard line.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Complete to
Ball
number
rests
9,
at the 37. It's first and 10.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Kirk is the motion
First
man.
down, Houston.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Throwing is Stroud. That's the rookie third-round pick, Jalen Knowles. From the 31, here's second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second
Stroud
and
to
4.
throw. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And the Texans first down.
On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And he will not be able to turn up field. He'll drop him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's out of bounds. It'll be first and goal for the moment. There is a flag on the field. This one is coming back.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. They're trying to work the screen with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They need 8 as they come up for third down.
On the quick, right?
Stroud going to set up the throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll let this go towards the end zone. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the Step. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
All he can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. 3rd down, they need 5. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Rams. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious as we say so long from SoFi.